Moscow. As President of Georgia, he survived a disastrous war with Russia. As a regional governor in Ukraine committed to fighting corruption, he clashed with just about everybody, including his estranged former ally, Ukraine's President, Petro Poroshenko. On Tuesday, Mikhail Saakashvili, a one-time darling of the West, took his high-wire political career to bizarre new heights when he climbed onto the roof of his 5-story apartment building in the center of Kiev, the Ukrainian capital, with law enforcement officers in hot pursuit. As a crowd of hundreds of supporters gathered below, he shouted insults at Ukraine's leaders and, according to several local news outlets, threatened to jump if security agents tried to grab him. Dragged from the roof after denouncing Poroshenko as a traitor and a thief, the former Georgian leader was detained but then freed by his supporters, who, amid raucous scenes on the street, blocked a security service van before it could take Saakashvili to a Kiev detention center and allowed him to escape. With the Ukrainian flag draped across his shoulders and a pair of handcuffs still attached to one of his wrists, Saakashvili then led hundreds of supporters in a march across Kiev toward Parliament. Speaking through a bullhorn, he called for peaceful protests to remove Poroshenko from office, just as protests had toppled the former president, Viktor F. Yanukovych, in February 2014. Russia reveled in a spectacle that only buttressed its view that Ukraine is a chaotic shambles incapable of running its own affairs. State television repeatedly broadcast footage of Saakashvili screaming from the rooftop and of the melee on the street below. The Kremlin spokesman, Dmitry Peskov, took delight in mocking Saakashvili, telling journalists in Moscow, "You know, we're not used to reacting to statements made by people who are sitting on roofs." He added, "We are observing events overall with interest. Of course, this is Ukraine's headache. This